Howdy, y'all. How have y'all been this week?
Hello, hello. I'm doing all right.
That's good.
Better than I was last
Yeah, no fair. I'll same, honestly.
Hoisin, what about you?
I'm all right.
That's
Same old,
good.
same old.
All right, so I know, was it from last week? Daeva suggested after last week's recording that we should all bring games that we're interested in, and we'll discuss it, talk about it, whatnot. So, Daeva, since this is your idea, do you want to go first?
He
Yeah,
has to go first.
I have to go first, I guess. The game I'm mostly excited about, and I think because we were saying how we might all kind of have the same, at least one same one overlapping. Resident Evil 4 is coming out in like a week or two.
Hey, yeah.
A remaster. Very excited. It was my favorite Resident Evil game. I actually played it on the PS2 when I was growing up. Traumatized me as a kid, but you know.
Absolutely. That's why I never
So-
finished it.
Yeah, I'm so excited to get back into it. I know they changed some things, but from what I've seen so far, it looks really good, and I'm very excited.
Yeah.
If people don't know, Resident Evil 4 is a zombie type virus game. I guess it's more of a virus than zombie, but Leon, who was in the previous games, has to go and rescue the president's daughter, who was kidnapped and brought to some place across seas in Europe, I believe. Another game that is coming out, which honestly I'm surprised it's finally being done. Dead Island 2.
Hey.
Um, it is coming out. In around April, I believe. This game is really old. Like it was released on the PS. Well, not too old. It was PS3 days, I believe, and then it was released on the PS4. I think later on. Which this game is a zombie game. Basically, it's an island of paradise where then the zombie apocalypse starts, and you basically have to survive and get off the island. And then the second one, you're back on the island due to some circumstances after escaping. So pretty fun zombie game. It was mostly kind of similar to Dying Light, but in its own aspect. I think Dying Light came second actually. But Dead Island kind of has the same aspects, less parkour, I believe.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah, I just remember Dead Island being the like buggy version of
yeah, Dying Light, yeah.
every game. Yeah, Dying Light. Cause,
Yeah.
but yeah, it seems. I love that both of your games are like zombie esque.
Yeah, I know, right? Because there's not many like games coming out this year. It feels like, or at least not many good ones I'm interested in.
Mm,
Like last year, we had Elden Ring and God of War, so
yeah,
those were big titles that were coming out. But this year, it's not as exciting. But you know, we can't have good games every single year. I'm sure there will be some other good games that I might not know about that's coming out. I mean, we had Hogwarts Legacy. Me personally, I enjoyed the game. I still haven't completely finished it. I'm 98% done. I literally have like 4 main quests. I've completed the whole map. Just haven't finished it because I just haven't had the time. But yeah. That island though, who do you voodoo, bitch? One of the best lines, I think.
yeah, yeah.
I
It's like,
forget.
of course, what was it with Resident Evil 4? There's a YouTuber I watch. I don't know if you guys have heard of him or watched him. Uber Haxer Nova has been around for like a decade at least at this point. Um, and he has started doing a Resident Evil 4 randomizer playthrough.
Interesting. Oh,
And
boy, I
it
think I've heard about this. Yeah,
Yeah, and it's where every item and enemy is randomized
yeah.
and all their stats are randomized.
It's scary.
So, yeah, it's like the weirdest thing cuz like he'll pick up like what looks like a green herb in something and it'll be like you have the rocket launcher. He's like,
Hey,
"Oh?"
I really like the inventory system of Resident Evil 4 too, though.
Yeah. Do you know if they're bringing that back? Like, is the inventory system in the new one the same?
I don't know. I hope it would be, but if it is changed, I kind of get it
Yeah.
because you had so much you could fit in your inventory.
Yeah.
Also, a game that I'm not really excited for that's coming out, but is
Mhm.
Starfield. That shit better be
Oh.
good because it's delayed my Elder Scrolls 6 for too long,
Yeah, I was looking at that earlier.
and it better be the best fucking game there ever is.
Yeah, because this Starfield, that's the Bethesda one, right? The Bethesda space
Yeah,
game.
Bethesda. Yeah, their space game.
Yeah, I'm worried about that game. I'll
Yeah,
say that
so am I.
much.
And if it's not good, I'm gonna cry because not Elden Ring, Elder Scrolls 6 has been delayed way too
Yeah.
long.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, that's the games I kind of was looking into.
Well, there you go. All right, who wants to go next? Shark, you want to go?
No.
No.
Wait, so what about you? Do you want me? You want me to go?
I miss hearing Hoisin talk, so I vote for him.
All right, that's fair. Yeah, we haven't had Hoisin here for a while. Hoisin,
Yeah.
Yes.
all you.
Sure. I mean, I can make this pretty quick because I have pretty much I pretty much have the same set of games, I think.
Yeah, because there's
Yeah,
not
I
many
want to
coming out.
I want to play Resident Evil 4. Just like Daeva, I played that. Actually, I didn't even play it. I watched my friend play it on his PS2. There are a lot of games that I didn't get to play when I was a kid because I couldn't afford them.
Mm-hmm.
So I just watched my friends play them at their house. And also because like I at that time I kind of enjoyed watching games a bit more. So you could say I was kind of ahead of my time. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, like all these remakes that they're doing, I love them because these are games that I never played when I was a kid. So I
Never
get
got
the
to really
chance.
play.
Yeah, I get the chance to play a refined version of it. So looking forward to the remake of Resident Evil 4. What else did I have? I had what was that other game? It was tip of my
Dead
tongue.
Island?
Diablo 4 was another
Diablo.
one.
Yeah.
Hey, oh yeah.
Yeah. Um, I always was kind of like I wouldn't say I was the biggest Diablo fan, but I played 3 with my friends a lot, and they're planning to get it. And overall, I played a lot of the old Blizzard games, not like
Mhm.
Overwatch and stuff like that, but like StarCraft, Warcraft, all that kind of stuff, and Diablo. So, um, I can't wait for the fourth one to come out. Um, yeah. And the other one was I think uh, Minecraft Legends.
Oh yeah,
I
that
heard
is
about that.
coming out.
Yeah. I didn't read too much into it, but it's nice that they're making a new version of Minecraft. I'm assuming it's co-op. Does anyone have any more information about that? I just remember seeing it.
Let me
Which one?
I do
see.
not. There's
That's
just so many
Minecraft
versions of
Legends.
Minecraft out now, you know?
I know,
Yeah, so
right?
let's see. So it's an upcoming action strategy game. Um, so it involves. Oh, it's kind of like oh, what's a good game? Let's look into this. I can't really think of anything right now. But essentially, it's a game where you make your little settlement and then you go off and fight other people. From the looks of it, who are like may attack your settlement. Um,
Oh,
But
that's
like
interesting,
Civ?
actually.
That sounds like Civ.
Yeah.
yeah. It's like, but it's more of like a top down. Well, Civ is top down. That's not helpful. But it's more
Uh,
like you're controlling one character.
mass tower defense.
Yeah, it's somewhat yeah.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if it's anything like Bloons or something, I might give it a try. So, but I've heard people talk about it, so I think it's worth mentioning it. But yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
those are my games.
Excellent. All right.
I'll go.
Alrighty.
Unless you are wanting to take the lead.
No, you can go.
I
Everyone
thought
said
you take the lead.
No, I always take the lead.
In every
There you
sense.
go.
Every sense of the word.
Double
Moving on.
double and give it to the next person.
Is that where the obsession with pegging comes in?
Oh.
Hey yo.
What? I mean, you're not entirely wrong, but
Hey.
I thought that was on your bio.
what?
Huh?
What? The proof is in the pegging or something?
It was something about pegging, but I don't remember.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's the conversation.
That's
after
a
the stream
conversation
ends.
for DMs. Hit me up in the DMs, man. I'll tell you all about the pegging.
That's a
Bet.
conversation after the recording ends.
Yeah, just for you, just so slide in there.
Hey, there you
We'll have a lesson. We'll have a lesson.
go.
Anyway, yeah, Resident Evil 4, like everyone else has said, but unlike Hoisin, I was too scared to play the game as a kid. So I never finished them. I never finished any of the Resident Evils, like, on the PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Two. I was too
Resident
scared
Evil
to play
0.
them. Yeah. But I have them all on PlayStation 1 now, and I'm more excited to play the remakes, because it'll be like me playing a brand new game. Not being scared this time, you know?
Mm-hmm.
True.
And the game that I was talking about before we started this all, that I can't play, as far as I know, is Final Fantasy 16.
Oh, that's not the game I thought you were gonna say. Okay.
No, like Final Fantasy 16, there's a lot of things I'm not really sure about, but also I'm curious to see how they're going to work out, you know?
Yeah.
Like, from what I gathered, I think the combat is going to be open combat instead of, like, turn-based, like the previous games have been.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, have you, like, 15, I think it's going to be morning, like, 15's combat, to where it's
Nope.
kind of an open world and you just go into it.
Am I correct in remembering that 15 like had like some like car that you could drive around in with like your entire
Yes.
party? Okay.
You're 4 bros in a car.
Yeah.
4 bros in a car.
But that's literally it.
Okay.
But I don't know if it's coming for PC later on, but it's definitely coming for PlayStation. And I
Yeah.
don't have a PlayStation 5.
Yeah, I'd imagine that even though PS5s are the market for them are stabler these days, I'd
They're
imagine
easier to
they'll
find. I just
concede.
don't have the money for it now.
Yeah, the funding is
Like, every time I go to Walmart, there's one there. Like,
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
other week, there's one there now. But I don't have the money for it.
Yeah,
So it's just staring me in the face.
because where are they? Are they at $500 or 400?
Yeah, they're still
Yeah.
up there.
They're
Okay.
still up there.
550 probably. somewhere
Yeah.
And
around
it's not really worth it to play one game on it.
there. Yeah, that's
So I'm kind of waiting to see if other games will come out.
Yeah, because aren't the digital versions of all current gen consoles cheaper?
Yes.
Okay.
By like $100, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like that, but I understand the reasoning, but I don't like that.
Yeah.
Um.
I like to have the physical copy in my hand. I'm a collector.
Yeah, the same.
Or a hoarder, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. All right. Well then, is that all your games?
That is a game I keep talking about basically in every podcast is Baldur's Gate 3, but we all know about that.
Oh yeah. All right. So I guess it's to me, and surprisingly, all three of my choices have not been repeated at all.
Mm.
Or they aren't
Really?
repeats. Yeah. Which I was fully expecting when y'all were talking about a game coming out in a few weeks. I'm like, oh, we're all gonna have the same one, but it wasn't there. So the one coming out in I think just around the corner, unless it's been delayed again, which very well could be, is Star Wars Jedi Survivor.
Oh yeah, true. I was saying that around. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the like Souls Light, I guess you could call it.
Yeah.
From EA. But it's a weird thing where it's like I haven't seen a lot of it, which usually with an EA game I'd be like, I don't have confidence in this. But considering how well the previous Star Wars Jedi game that they came out with was, I'm like, okay, I have confidence in the studio to be able to pull this off. Um, and then this other game, which I'm honestly surprised that no one mentioned, is the Outlast Trials.
Yeah, I actually just looked up. I was
I
gonna
was
talk about that later.
thinking of mentioning that, but I didn't know.
I didn't remember when it was coming out. I didn't remember it was going to be this year or next year.
It said something about May.
Yeah, the early
We played the
access.
beta together, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
exactly.
didn't sign up for the beta so I can play, but
Yeah, early access is beginning in May. They just announced yesterday.
For people
at
who
least as
don't know,
recording.
Outlast Trials is basically the asymmetrical multiplayer version of the regular Outlast games. I believe they're supposed to be a prequel to those, if I remember correctly. Basically, it's where you can have 4 people and you go to this map and you have to do objectives and then go back. And it's pretty scary. It's also very fun. We only got to play one of the trials. And I think they only were having around 5 that was going to be released. So hopefully there'll be enough content for the game to be stable. But yeah, I'm also excited. Yeah, I looked up that because I was going to talk about it after you went because I didn't know if it was going to be mentioned or not. So it was like on the asymmetrical horror side.
Yeah. Because yeah. So that's definitely one I'm definitely looking forward to. And I don't know, the trailer they released was of all the voice actors doing their voice lines, or some of them, which was frightening on its own, but you know. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
But yeah, I will be interested in seeing if later on, once it's fully released, because right now the early access is only going to PC. Um, but it'll be interesting to see when the full release goes to consoles, and then also when, and if there's like cross platform playability and all that jazz. Because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like that should be like standard for games these days. But I know
yeah,
there's still a few that
speaking
don't.
on the cross-platform,
Yeah.
I know it's still not announced. The beta's not announced, but the clown game,
Killer
yeah.
Clowns.
they
From space,
say
yeah.
that they're gonna try to work it for Xbox, for it'll be cross-platform compatible, so it'll be
That would be
console too, not just PC.
Now, are they planning to release that on all consoles or just
Not right
Xbox?
away.
Okay.
Like right away until they actually release it, it's just gonna be the beta for PC.
Mm-hmm.
Consoles don't get the beta.
Okay.
But when the game releases, they're going to eventually bring it to console.
Okay. Yeah, because that was one of the things I was reading up on something, and it seems like early access or like closed beta of games is sometimes difficult to do on consoles,
Yeah.
or at least could be more expensive for the developers because of whatever cost the console owners put on it. I don't know. The other game that I have, which is completely different but truly shows my nerd colors, if they weren't already out there, is a game called Star Trek Resurgence.
Yeah, what a nerd.
Which this was a game that it was announced at the end of 2021, and gameplay was shown beginning of 2022, and then just sort of dropped off the face of the earth. And I only remembered it when I was making my 3 game list. And it's supposed to come out April of this year. The one thing, and it seems cool because it's a interactive narrative game. It's like it's pretty much like Telltale game style, where you have quick time dialogue, choices, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But the thing that throws me off about this game, that makes me both worry about it and also makes me slightly question if I'll end up getting it, is the fact that for PC it's an Epic exclusive.
Ooh.
Yeah. Because whenever I hear Epic exclusive for any game these days, I'm like, this is probably not going to turn out well. But I don't know. Because like I've had some good experiences with Epic, but
Mhm.
it's I don't know. I just feel like Epic doesn't always stick the landing when it comes to their exclusives that they bank on.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But yeah, so that's all my list. Now Shark, going back to your list, the one game that I thought you were going to say that you're like, oh, I don't want PS5 for. I thought you were going to say Spider-Man 2
Uh-oh.
at one point.
Is that a new one coming out?
Yeah, that's a new one coming out. That's the sequel to both the first Spider-Man and the Miles Morales game.
See, I've never actually played a Spider-Man game except
Really?
the the very old one on PS1.
Was that the Tobey Maguire thing, or is that?
No, it was before even the movies were out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember seeing gameplay of some of the older Spider-Man games, and I was like, okay, this looks a bit rough. But yeah, but even going back, I think during the pandemic, I went back and booted up the Spider-Man 1 of the Tobey Maguire games, and I was like, oh, let me see how this is. And I forgot just how strange the controls were. Or at least they're strange nowadays. Like back then I was like, oh, this makes sense that I'm doing this and that. But nowadays I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. It just kind of throws you out there.
On news related to asymmetrical horror,
Yes.
a game that is coming out that I actually forgot about in 2023 is a game called Level Zero. I don't know exactly what it's about. It's apparently a first-person survival horror, but it's also multiplayer.
Oh.
What it looks like is it's like a research base basically for some kind of corporation who are like on an expedition doing things. And I guess there's some things that probably go wrong and all that.
Mm-hmm.
They even have a video for it, but I think it's from Tiny Build Games.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Tiny Build has a good track record of
yeah,
making
yeah, yeah.
games.
So it's gonna be interesting to see what it is. It kind of reminds me of a game called GTFO,
Oh, yeah.
which I played. But yeah, I think overall it looks interesting. The graphics look nice. The thing is, with games that have really good graphics these days, they never run well.
Yeah.
So hopefully, they'll get that fixed in a year or two, where that just doesn't become a problem anymore. But yeah,
Yeah.
and there's some interesting things coming out. A lot more in the scene of asymmetrical horror.
Yeah. I don't know why, but just looking at some of the video like of like the gameplay
Hmm.
for the level 0, it just I get like a Sons of the Forest sort of vibe
Yeah,
from
yeah,
like
yeah.
the animations and whatnot. But
But apparently there's some similarities to Dead by Daylight. Apparently it's a 4v2 situation.
oh, that's different.
What game is
So,
this?
it's called Level Zero.
Hmm.
It's a new thing that's coming out here. So maybe it'll be good. Well, I guess we'll have to find out and talk about it more once we actually see it kind of out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I'd mention more asymmetrical horror type. Oh yeah, and the new Chainsaw Massacre game. Is that
Oh
out?
my gosh,
Coming out this year?
that's a good
Don't
question.
remember.
Where
Isn't
is
it?
it?
I
It
thought
should be this
was.
year.
Yeah.
Let me see. Texas
Yeah.
Chainsaw. Where is it? There it is.
March 31st. Okay. It'll start shipping on March 31st, 2023.
Hmm.
So 20 days from now.
Oh wow.
That's when it says it'll start shipping out.
Yeah.
Don't know if that's
Yeah, I
March
just-
31st. Never mind.
Oh, March 31st. That's when.
Yeah.
Okay. Because that's the thing. It's like I remember when I saw gameplay of this, I was just like, okay, this seems like a killer's paradise sort of game.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, going back to my little thing about Final Fantasy 16, I was wrong. I did not look into it. I mainly don't want to look into things because I don't want to spoil myself by accident, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't read that it's going to be on PC just 6 months after PS5 release. So,
Oh, that's not bad.
yeah, not bad. At least I can know if it's going to be worth paying full price or waiting for a discount.
Yeah. Now another asymmetrical horror game, since we're on this sort of trend, is
Talk of the podcast.
Talk the podcast. Is Carnival Hunt,
Oh yeah.
which is supposed to come out this year. I don't know what's happened to it. There's really no announcements yet.
I haven't even heard of that.
It's a weird one. So essentially,
Cool.
you
Yeah.
either play as one of two things. Either you play as these wind up bunnies that need to escape the carnival, or you play as the carnival monster that tries to capture all the bunnies and eat them, I think.
Oh, lovely.
But the whole thing is you have you really have to work together as a team if you're the bunnies, because you have a little wind up thing on your back, and that's what allows you to move. And if you lose like how much is wound up, then you can't move anymore. So you need your teammates to like help wind you up again.
Interesting.
It's kind of interesting. So you have to play it.
Yeah, like it's very
I'm gonna
similar
watch the trailer real
to
quick.
what Video Horror Society kind of is in terms of like teamwork, where it's like, because at least in like Dead by Daylight, you could not see a single teammate the entire game and
You'll
still win.
do okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas for Video Horror Society, it's like,
You have to work together.
yeah, because like the monsters all have counters where it's like, oh, you have one weapon to attack me with? That's cute. Here's this. Whereas if you have like two weapons, then it's like, okay, you're actually challenging to the monster.
This looks interesting. I'm watching the trailer for it now.
Yeah, like and I think they first showed it off like, or they showed off the trailer in like, I think it's like early last year, but then it just kind of fell off the face of the earth. Cause I don't know. Let me see if they have any more information on Carnival Hunt.
Another one that my cousin kind of wanted me to play with him, but we never do.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it? Project Playtime. It's kind of like Poppy's Playhouse or whatever.
Mhm.
I played
remember that.
I played a little bit of it, and there's so much to do in terms of having to work together. Like, you have to do gens, kind of, but you have to do, like, little puzzles on the gens to be able to do them correctly and be able to finish it.
Interesting.
Now what's
But
the
I
one called?
believe you can fight back, too. I don't entirely remember.
Yeah. And what's this one called? Is this the Poppy's Playtime or a different one?
Yeah, it's like another project of it. It's called Project Playtime.
Project Playtime, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is strange. Like, the whole Poppy's Playtime thing has spun off into so many other games that I wouldn't have imagined. Granted, some of them are fan games, but still.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm honestly surprised that we haven't gotten any announcement of like a Choo Choo Charles asymmetrical horror.
Yeah, that would be cool. But I doubt it'd be happening, sadly.
Yeah, because it was just one guy that made Choo Choo Charles. So, I don't know.
Are you talking about that train game?
Yeah, it's a train game.
Okay.
Yeah, one guy made that. I forget how long he said he took, but I know he has a whole YouTube channel showing every single thing he made and tried to do and all the bugs that he fixed.
Oh yeah.
Because I think one of the weird ones that I saw of his videos, one of the weird bugs that happened was at one point the like humanoid AI that like are hostile were initially horrible shots. And so he's just like, all right, let me increase their accuracy by doing this. And when he increased their accuracy, it also made like I think the rest of them hostile to each other. So they're just shooting each other to death. And he was like, I don't know what I did, but this is not what I intended. But yeah. Let's see, are there any other weird games coming out soon that may have not made our list?
I don't know if it's coming out soon because I don't know if it exists, but it is a asymmetrical horror game.
What's that one?
It's War of the Worlds. If you ever seen the movie with like, what was his name? It was a Tom.
Yeah, Tom Cruise.
Brady? I don't know. Tom.
I don't know. It was
Cruise?
someone. I think it
I
was
don't
Tom
know.
Cruise. But if it's basically the same thing off that. It's a survival. It's a survival, but also kind of an asymmetrical survival game where you have to fight against aliens.
Oh.
So I think the way they described it was like Dead by Daylight, but also kind of survival, Sons of the Forest, 7 Days to Die, kind of crafting like that.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be interesting to see how that works.
I would love to try to beta test it, but you have to pay about $100 for a key.
What?
Yeah.
Wild.
Like, yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't know if it exists, so I don't really want to bring it up too much.
Yeah, at least as a
But
Steam page. But
yeah, it has a Steam page and everything, and you can go to the Patreon to be able to get the Steam key to be able to test it, but it's $100 to do that.
yeah, that's crazy.
But it looks pretty, and the models for the aliens look just like the movie.
Yeah, I guess I feel like this game could work if the Killer Clowns from Outer Space game succeeds.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Killer Clowns game, at least from everything that devs have sort of said, it's like in a match you can explore the entire town.
Yeah.
Which is weird, but that also makes for a great like cat and mouse sort of situation where you could just be hiding out in a building and the clowns be looking all over being like, where are you? The one game that I didn't bring up yet that might be interesting but could also be terrible, that I did include in my list because I'm still on the fence about, is Redfall. I don't know if you guys have looked into that game at all.
Kinda. I have that on my Xbox Game Pass, ready for it to come out. So I was gonna check it out.
Yeah.
But also I barely know anything about it.
Yeah, because that's the whole, because I don't even know. I think it's, I forget if it's like Left 4 Dead, in a sense, where you do missions, or if it's like an open world with co-op that you just go around doing things.
Yeah, I kind of got both of them from the little stuff they showed.
Yeah. Okay, so the thing it says here, it's an open world co-op FPS. So I'm guessing it's... Okay, it says it's from the same team that made Prey and Dishonored. So I would imagine it would be open world and you just go from mission to mission.
Yeah, you can kind of explore too.
Yeah, but I am worried about this game because it I don't know. Something throws me off about it. I just don't know
I
what.
didn't realize it was going to be $70.
Yeah, that's the new price tag from a lot of games these days.
Games, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, because
Sadly.
literally in like December, they're like, all major game studios were like, we're gonna raise our prices, but not during the holiday season. And as soon as the holiday season was done, they're like, bing, here we go. So
Yeah, it's coming out for free on Game Pass.
yeah, and that's what reminded me. It's like I forget who was talking about it, but someone was saying that
Which is kind of
Redfall.
weird that like a $70 game on release is going to come out free on Game Pass.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like someone was saying that Redfall will be the test to see if like the Xbox Game Pass is viable for big AAA releases. Like if they get a bunch of new subscribers because of it.
Ah, I see. Yeah,
I think
kind
that'll
of
be the
like a
same thing
little
with
marketing
Starfield.
tactic.
Yeah, like good marketing tactic. Because I think that's the
You
same
know,
thing
watching
with
this
Starfield.
trailer, it does kind of remind me like Left 4 Dead, heavily.
Yeah, it seems that way. But I don't know. We'll see. Of course, I forgot about this game, but I'm now seeing it in my Google search tab. The people behind Dead by Daylight Behavior are coming out with a new game soon. They're coming out with a game called Meet Your Maker, which is I don't think it's going to do well, but that's just me. But it's a game. Yeah, it's actually coming out April 4th, so less than a month. But is described as a post-apocalyptic first-person building and raiding game. I'm sorry, where every level is designed by players.
Interesting.
And so you have to like navigate other
Oh, I
players'
think I heard about
fortresses.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't like. I think it's a neat idea, but I don't see it lasting nearly as long as Dead by Daylight has.
Yeah.
But I could be entirely wrong. They could figure out some weird way to hit a bunch of people like with the idea and get them hooked, but I'm not sure.
We'll find out.
Yeah. All right. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about?
I'm thinking good. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll wrap it up there then. All right.
Alrighty,
Thank you,
then.
everyone, for listening to our ramblings and lists. We will see you guys in the next episode. Adios.
Goodbye.
Adios.